What's up, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Casters of Horror. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and this is our review of Prey,
Pray.
as in Prey.
Oh, kill it.
We can review Praying if you want.
We can
I'll have
review
lots
it.
to say.
We still need, yeah. You're like we can go all day on Prey, but we are going to be talking about Hulu's original sequel, prequel. Yes,
It's a prequel. It takes place like
it takes place
300
before it. Yeah,
years.
it's to the Predator films. If you guys have not seen the Predator films and want to see this one, you don't
That's
have
fine.
to.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you don't have to. So we're gonna get Shane's point of view on this, who has never seen any of the Predator films prior to this, and my take, who's seen about 3 or 4 of them. So we will.
I think that's all there is, isn't there?
Well,
there was 4 films.
There was like Predator 1, Predator 2, Alien versus Predator, Predators.
Yeah. The Predator.
Yeah, and
I think that's
then
it.
Prey.
Yeah.
So there's like 6 altogether. So I think I saw Predator 1, Predator 2, and I saw Predators because it had Olivia Munn in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was in it. But so Prey takes place way before that, back in the time of the Wild West. So once again, we are watching another Western horror movie, yet this one is done in the way it should have been done. It's not quite Western horror, but it takes place with a tribe of Native Americans, and the predator, or one of the predators, comes down to Earth. It's like he gets dropped off.
Yeah,
he gets dropped off here on Earth. It's not even like he parks. He's just like, they leave him and then take off.
Isn't that how it was, though? I mean, like, again, I've never seen them. I'm vaguely aware of the whole concept.
Like the first or second, I mean, from what I remember in the first, I know at least the second one, the Predator had its ship here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first one, his ship was here too, because it was cloaked. So the fact that they just dropped him off, they're like, here, you go here.
Yeah.
So, but it does make me wonder, though, if they just went and like dropped them off like all over, you know, America. And
well, and I've heard, reading up a little bit about this one, like for the future of the franchise, they kind of want to take it into situations that haven't been part of the series before. So
it's good. It's really good.
So yeah, that could be an interesting concept to see just several different takes on it, across different, areas and cultures,
Yeah, I'd dig that. Oh, like Predator in the Victorian era? That would be intense. Like Pride and Prejudice and Predator.
Yeah.
I would watch that. I would watch Pride and Predator.
Pride and Predator.
I would watch that. I would watch the hell out of that.
Oh, that's going to be a sci-fi movie within 2 months.
I said it. I'm producing it. Steve Barton, let's get on this.
Pride and Predator.
Yep. Pride and Predator, you and me will work on this thing. We'll get it done. We will get it done. We'll wait till after the writer's strike, but we'll get it done.
Yeah.
We'll get it done. But anyway, so this takes place with basically it focuses on a young Native American girl. Her name's Naru. She's played by Amber Midthunder. And it kind of takes, her brother plays a big role in this film as well, Taabe, played by Dakota Beavers. I really dug the fact that everybody that they cast in this film was of Native American descent.
Yes.
That was very cool to me.
It's kind of sad that has to be said.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm glad that they did actually get indigenous people to
wasn't like they got
to play these roles.
Like someone like what's that, Taylor Lautner
Oh,
to play the
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt to play as Mario. Um,
Sorry.
Mario, the Native American.
Yeah.
It's a me. Woohoo. But anyway, yeah, so it takes place all during the time of if you've ever seen Dances with Wolves, it's that era.
Okay.
It's that era, where the buffaloes roam and the deer and the antelope play.
Yeah.
It's that era, or where the white man killed all the buffaloes
Yeah.
and left the deer and the antelope to fear for their lives. But anyway, man, I'm really like digging into classes today. I'm just like, take that,
Yeah.
take it. But anyway, yeah, the predator shows up, and we see this. I already forgot her name, Naru. She is wanting to become a hunter, like her brother, like her father was. Um,
Yeah.
and they're like, you need to do what the women do, all this sort of stuff,
Yeah.
learn the medicines, learn all this sort of stuff. She's like, I want to be a hunter. Why do you want to be a hunter? Well, because I want to.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of fighting her way through all this, and her first big thing in order to become a hunter is that she has to hunt something that hunts her.
Yeah.
So anyway, it just so happens to end up being the predator. So
Perfect timing.
yeah. But yeah, so as somebody who's never seen the Predator films, sir, what did you think of the Predator? And and then I'll tell you my thoughts on it.
What did I think of
The
the
Predator
as it?
himself.
Oh, so I know that a little bit of the lore behind this is that yeah, they just go out and they hunt things that um are threats,
Yeah.
and they tend to leave anything that it's not considered a threat. The predator looks cool.
Mhm.
I kind of think, like, I don't know how they have this code of honor. Apparently, I don't know how honorable they are, because they're still getting onto this planet with massively superior technology.
Yeah.
And uh, I don't know, hunting things that have that don't stand a chance against them.
Yeah.
But
Bear.
whatever. No, I mean, the concept of it is obviously really cool. It's stood the test of time, clearly.
Yeah.
But I like this whole thing. I've seen this in other things where there is something that is a predator of some sort, and they specifically have these things that they chase.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I liked the whole concept of it. It looked cool, but I have nothing to compare it to either.
Yeah.
So
I thought they did an incredible job with this film. However, I did not feel, and this is maybe just because of it was this specific predator, because there's a bunch of predators. I mean, it's a race of beings. He didn't seem as threatening as some of the other ones.
Okay.
And to me, it was like this predator was going through the same thing that she was.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of how I took it. Like, this was this predator's kind of, it's what do they call that? I mean, basically what she was having to go through. Like the Spartans and stuff like that, they have to go through a series of tests on their own and all that sort of stuff in order to, and if they survive, then they become one of the big, that's what it struck me as, because he didn't seem as threatening. The Predator from at least the first two movies were like way more threatening.
Okay. Well, and see, I did kind of wonder about that, because, I mean, even having not seen the film, I'm familiar with the poster. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger on the on the poster holding some sort of like machine gun or
Yeah.
something. And like my first thought was, this thing, I know for a fact it wiped out like an elite military unit, right?
Yeah.
And so like, how are these natives with bows and arrows supposed to stand up against this? Is
Yeah.
it supposed to be believable? So I kind of wondered if this was like supposed to be depicted as early days of these predators hunting on Earth, or what. But
Yeah.
again, not knowing the lore behind it, I wasn't really
Yeah.
sure.
And see, that to me brings me back to him being dropped off on the
Okay, yeah,
planet, because it's like, was he dropped off in this remote location and left in order for him to prove himself, find the
yeah,
strongest things and kill those things, and then he's proven himself as worthy.
yeah.
And I don't know. To me, the threat was a little bit lower on this one. Like I said, was it a good film though? Yeah, I thought it was great.
Oh yeah, I thought it was
I
good.
had a
Yeah.
good time with it. It you didn't feel like you were taken out of the era whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
Um, Everything seemed like the threats were very, very real when it came to the Native Americans, not just from the predator, but also from the white man
Yeah,
and all this stuff. And they played into all that so well.
yeah.
I think that they did a really, really good job with this film. And
And something else I noticed too, because you kind of see this when some of her tribe, finally, see this thing that she was trying to warn them about,
yeah,
and they start attacking her, or the predator starts attacking them. There's a difference between how it fights them and how it fights this group of white men who have guns.
yeah,
It gets a lot more brutal with
oh
them.
yeah, it does.
So it almost like as it encounters more
Threat.
capable warriors or whatever, it brings out more of its toys. you know,
It's a interesting thought. That's a very good thought.
yeah. Because I felt like that even throughout, um, even when you kind of get to the big climax, it takes a bit before it starts to bring out the big stuff.
Yeah,
It's really just kind of throwing its blades and stuff and doing some,
yeah.
it takes a bit.
Spear and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas when it's fighting the group of, men with guns, it's throwing out all this weird tech,
yeah,
and stuff. So,
yeah. Which I mean, and see, I was like, maybe he was limited on what he had,
uh
and saw that this was a bigger threat, so I got to use these things, and
yeah.
it it felt to me like this was a very novice predator
Yeah.
throughout the whole
I could
thing.
see that.
And so for that, I was like, that if that was the case, this was a very genius route to take with it.
Yeah.
Um, so
I don't know how else they could have gone because whether they have this code of honor or not, if you have this thing with massive amounts of technology going up against a native tribe, there's not really actually going to be a contest there,
yeah, yeah,
And so I think it was kind of a neat play, but I also was wondering the same thing if this was sort of like a test for this thing too,
yeah, yeah.
but it's not really. You don't really get
No,
anything about that.
and
I
that's
think there is some lore connected to the other films, but
yeah,
I you'd have to be much more familiar with it than I am
yeah,
to
and
catch any of it.
it's I was a lot younger when I watched the first Predator film,
Mhm.
and the second one, and then Predators. I was just like Olivia Munn. So I was like, I didn't. I think that one was done by Robert Rodriguez too. I think it was
Oh,
either
really?
produced or
Nice.
directed by him. Um, but no, I thought they did a great job with it.
Yeah,
If it was worthy enough to be a top 10 contender for last year, winning awards and all that sort of stuff, I don't know.
Mm. Yeah,
Um, I mean, would I put it on the top of my horror stuff for last year? It's up there, but I don't think for me it would have won any sort of awards.
yeah. Me neither. But as And I guess because I have no connection to the series, you can take what I say with a grain of salt. As someone who doesn't have that connection, I really enjoyed this
Oh
film.
yeah.
I would have liked to have seen maybe more of the Predator,
Yeah, I
but
agree. I agree. Um, no, I mean, all in all, though, I thought it was a great film. I
yeah,
really, really did.
I did too. I liked it.
If you guys want to check it out, it is on Hulu. Like I said, it is
Yeah,
a Hulu original film. I hope that they do more stuff with not just the Predator, but they get more into doing more original stuff with
yeah.
some of these sorts of things. So that would be kind of cool to see. But let us know what you guys think. Did you guys see the film? Did you like the Predator films? What did you think? Was this guy a wuss? Was he, strong? What do you think?
Yeah,
Let us know.
when I first saw the title, I actually assumed it was referencing like her, Naru, the main
Yeah.
character. But given your idea that maybe this was a test for the Predator, maybe the prey references him because the whole thing with this tribe is they go out and hunt the thing that hunts them. So
Yeah.
they are hunting the
Yeah.
Predator. So
One of them was the prey throughout
yeah,
the whole film. And that's what it
yeah,
was about. It wasn't necessarily about the predator itself. It was
yeah,
about who was the prey.
yeah.
And
And
that's what
that
I
goes
dug
back and
about it.
forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And no, it was a really, really good film. Not to say, I mean, it is in my top 10, I would say, for last year.
mhm,
Did it win any awards from that?
yeah,
No, not necessarily, but it is in my top 10. It was a
yeah.
great film. It really,
And I
really did.
would like to see like any thoughts if you are a fan of the franchise, whether you loved or hated
Yeah.
it, drop some comments below because I want to know. I know that like your typical YouTube outrage merchant told me I had to hate this movie, but like I legitimately want to know from fans of the series, if you loved or hated this film and why,
Yeah.
because I'd be curious to see what your take is on it. So
Leave the comments down below. While you're there,
yeah,
make sure to hit like and subscribe so we can continue to talk at your faces and at your ear holes, you know,
it's right.
from now on until eternity. So, anyway, yeah. So that was our thoughts. I dug it. He dug it.
Yep, I did.
Right on.
Yep.
So until next week, and we eviscerate or love another film. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane. We'll see you.
Get the hell out of here. We'll see you guys.